What's up? What's up? What's going on, everybody out there? Hey, this is your own Clevonne, sitting here with your own Miss Tosha V. Hey, this is no feelings, just facts. If you're just tuning in right now, our own Mr. Ron, he'll be out today. He's doing a little business thing, hitting it, running the city, doing his thing. Hey, shouts out to Mr. Ron. But today's topic, what we got today is we're talking about perspectives. Perspectives. That's an interesting dialogue because of the fact that when it comes to men and women, that's one thing we always lack is each other's perspectives. What's going on? How do we look at it? What do you feel? What do I feel? And one of the biggest issues because we're always talking over each other. Would you agree with that?
Very true.
So
even when we're working together.
Hey, that you talking about now? Oh, okay, all right. So one of the biggest challenges is the fact when people get in a relationship, you get into a relationship with somebody and you got in your mind that the person should have this telepathy of knowing what's going on with you. We feel like that person should automatically know without us saying anything. Have you ever been in a situation like that?
All the time.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Now you got to elaborate on that one. Elaborate.
I mean, we all can relate to that where, especially what I know for women, we be like, why do I have to tell him what I'm thinking he should know?
Oh.
You've been told that, right?
Yeah. All right. Not all the time. All right. But okay. I've heard that. I heard that quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay. So you telling me this, and here's one of my biggest issues when it come down to it. One of my personal biggest issues is the fact of the misunderstanding when it comes to the relationship. It's a total misunderstanding. For as a man, I can say as a man, right?
Mm-hmm.
Being a single father sucks. Being a single father sucks.
Right.
Because of the fact that, it's so much on you on a regular. Like, have you ever experienced it, like just being a single mother?
Yes.
Of just, you got to get up, go, get here, get there. And then people want to have gatherings and want you to show up like ain't nothing. You ain't got to find a babysitter. You ain't got to go drop your kids off. Then you ain't got a kid that runs slow. Mm-hmm. You ain't got a kid that ain't cleaned up yet. You ain't got a kid that half washed their ass. Like, you got all this stuff going on on top of trying to be there for everyone, everybody. And one of the biggest issues is the misunderstanding.
Okay.
So you get into this relationship with people where people want you to be in a relationship with them and they don't understand that dynamic of your life.
So do you think that as a single father, it's hard for you to date now because women don't understand your role? Or
Man. You know what? I would say yes and no. I would definitely say a lot of women. You're trying to take it there. All right. Have you ever dealt with a situation where a man proclaimed to be something that he not?
Mm-hmm.
So, like, a lot of women proclaim that they can cook, but they can't cook shit. You gonna tell me you ain't never experienced that? Like they swear they can clean up. Like, she didn't never clean up. And then they come over there like, wait, hold on. You missed a whole stain right there. And you gonna act like you didn't miss it. Like, real talk.
Mm-hmm.
And so the biggest challenge is because you gotta go through the BS, I would call it.
Okay, so for your first point, what is one thing that you wish women understood?
Ooh. One thing I wish women understood is when it comes to a man is really looking at who got his back. When he down, if you can unconsciously just make those moves, that is huge for a man. I don't know how much that means for a woman, but for a man, when I'm in a position, I'm in crunch, and it's like you watching it, it feel like some people want to watch you fully fail so that you can come to them and say, oh, what you need. If you don't get your ass out my face.
Okay. So from a woman's perspective, right?
Okay.
What does that look like when you said have your back? Because for some people that might be finances. For some people it might just be support and them being there while you're going through what you're going. So for you, what does that look like?
It looks like all of those. It looks like all those. Real talk. I will tell you why it looks like all those. Because of the fact that if a man has now let's separate the two. We're not talking about a man that's trying to use you and get over.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking about you see his worth, you see what he brings to the table. And if you know this is where he's failing at, then in my opinion, or my view, it's like just unconsciously make the action. Like, okay, babe, I see you struggling. Let's get you out of the pit so that we can come up. But most women are not ready to do that, but they want you.
Different perspective, right?
Go for it.
So,
Break it down.
If you meet someone and that's already your state, it's going to be hard for someone coming in the door and being like, oh, let me support him. You get what I'm saying?
Okay.
Versus something's already established and then you fall on bad times and that person's been there. So what do you expect coming into the door? Because I'm pretty sure men are the same way. If you meet a woman, well, I think men are more amped to help than women.
Yeah, like for instance, now take the cat out the equation. Take cat out the equation. So for you as a woman, you come into the equation where you're like, man, my kids need a mentor. I need to get my car fixed. I need to do this. A man be like, yeah, I'll go take it right now. I'll go do it. He's unconsciously just jumping right up in there. He's unconsciously filling the gap. Take sex out the equation. You've already had sex, and he's saying, hey, look, I'll go do that right now. So are you too strong to allow him to do that? Or are you going to allow him to do? You see it in a different perspective?
Yeah.
He's going to unconsciously just do that because he don't want that weight up on you. So as a man, this isn't a dating phase. This is when you getting to know each other. Most men will jump out there and say, hey, I'll go do that right now. Where you go? I can take it to Discount Tires and go get that knocked out. So when a man is in a position, now we're not talking about you just now met him. We're talking about being in the position. You know him, you know what's up. How do you as a woman adapt to that? You know what the issue is. You know where he stands at. You know where he's falling at.
Gotcha.
How do you as a woman adapt to that? How do you help fill that gap? Let's be honest, because you just say from a different perspective, right?
Right.
So you see the difference in perspective where a man is just automatically, because my natural nature is to what? Provide and protect, right? And I don't want that weight on you, so I'm going to make sure you're good.
Okay.
You see the difference? So when a man is down and he's in a position like that, he's expecting the same thing.
Gotcha.
Not a man that's using you and trying to get over on you. There's a difference. There's what's this new thing? Hobosexuals?
Yeah.
Whatever.
But see, that's from my perspective. That's why sometimes that this is coming into a relationship, not something that's already established, right?
Yes.
Me being in my 40s.
Okay.
I did all that in my 20s, like building people up or, when I was younger. So now when I get to this stage of life and I'm recently divorced and have to start over, I'm not going to want to come in and have to help build. And you get what I'm saying? A lot, it's kind of a gray area because it's like when you get to a phase of life, you're looking for someone who's already have their shit together. You know what I mean? And you're not trying to like help build them up so now that we can build. You're looking for someone that's already established because I'm established and we can put our stuff together. You see what I'm saying?
Which is true. So are you fully established where you're saying you're established? Are you established where you already have your home? You already have your career? You're
established to the point where I don't want to be so much more established than you and I have to bring you along. Just like I'm pretty sure you are, like when you hit a certain plateau in life, right?
Okay.
You don't want to look back and be like, hey, let me grab this person and bring them along.
But we do that unconsciously. So now, like you say, now you're of age, right? You're saying I'm of age.
I don't like how you put that of age. You don't say that to a woman.
Wait,
that's
you just
different
said I'm in my 40s.
But that's not of
age. But you're mature. That means you're more mature. You're groomed. You're seasoned.
Right.
Now that I'm seasoned, what you're saying is now that I'm seasoned, I really ain't got time for the BS.
Right.
That's really what you're saying.
Right.
But if you run into somebody and you know the potential of it, you know where it's going, you know what it's going to build. You know this automatically. Are you going to sit here and act like it's not the case no more? Or are you going to say, I know where this is going?
I understand what you're saying.
There's a difference. There's a difference in somebody you're just sleeping with. Somebody you're just sleeping with. I just met you. We cool. We kicking it. We go out at Buffalo Wild Wings, hang out, bullshit talk. Hey, oh my God,
right.
The fake laugh. And then now we go home. We kick it. We nightcap, whatever. But I'm talking about building a relationship with somebody.
Okay.
I'm talking about it's clear as what you want and what you expect.
Got you. So go ahead.
No, I'm saying that there's a difference of the line. Go on, what you gonna say?
No, so I'm saying the first point you would like to touch on is just saying that women needs to understand that men need more support.
Definite.
Okay.
Definite. Because of the fact here's the issue. Like I said before in one episode, when men have no money, It's like his armor. He lost his armor, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when you see a man at his lowest and you know his potential, I know his potential. I know what he brings to the table. And he's clear about what he wants from me.
Mm-hmm.
What else is there to question?
Right.
That's what happens with so many women when they overthink the process. And so you will let a man drown and say, well, damn, he was a good man.
Okay.
Instead,
but it's different if it's someone you already have a vested interest in versus someone you just meet.
Well, no. What I'm saying is, you know the person. I didn't say you just met the person. You know them. When you just met the person, I got to still get to know you because women play the games too. So from a perspective of you as a woman, you're looking at it from one perspective. I'm looking at it from another.
Mm-hmm.
And as a man, we have silent cries.
That's deep. Explain that. Look, got you thinking now.
Well, I'm trying to put it. Let's just be blunt. Let's just be blunt. There's more men suicidal than women.
Okay.
And a man is ready to just throw everything away in your face. And you like, oh, you're going to be okay. Oh, you're going to be all right. And he hears that so much because he heard it through a childhood. And now he's grown up to say, well, damn, is anybody going to ever save me? Is anybody ever going to jump in here and help me get out? Because I am the savior. Remember what I said earlier? If you got an issue, I'm going to be there. You got to change your tires. Hey, I'll go do it right now. You got to change your oil. I'll go change it, or I'll take it. I'll go do all these things for you. So I'm looking for the same vested. So when you're talking about vested interest, okay, you know what you're getting out the deal. Are you getting a sucker ass dude, or are you getting a good man?
Gotcha.
Okay. If this man is built into a healthy him, do you realize what you'll get opposed to the half-ass him that you have been getting? And most women are comfortable with the half-ass man because it's a threat if he gets on his feet too much. And some of them got too much control in that situation. That's bad.
So you're referring to the women that like to keep their man at a lowest.
You're damn right.
Right.
And it's not just women. There are men who do that as well. Let's be clear. There are men who like to put the press on women to make sure that he put the press on her. Now he don't have to feel like, oh, she ain't gonna get beside herself. Give her just a little bit. Give her just enough. And that's what unfortunately I was raised around people who was pimping, okay? and what do
shout out to Uncle Ron?
Yeah, I mean, no relatives. But right. what does a pimp do? What does a pimp do? He give her just enough.
Okay.
He give her just enough to make sure that she ain't going too far. So most people will see you struggling. Instead of giving you the whole $20 that you need, they'll give you $5.
Gotcha. Okay.
Because if you do too well,
you don't need them.
You probably don't need them. But that's their insecurity as well.
Okay. Gotcha. So what's something about women that confuses you?
Confuses me?
Yeah.
Not being clear what they want.
Example.
For instance, okay, do you want me to hold you, or do you want me to leave? Most women they'll never express that, get out of my face or whatever. And like I said before, a man is straightforward, direct.
Not all.
Well, the vast majority. Yeah. If he's a man, he's a man. I don't care whatever sexuality he is, whatever. A man is a man. He wants you to be straightforward. Get straight to the point with him.
But can we agree that some men don't know how to effectively communicate?
Some do. Some do not.
Especially their feelings and emotions.
Oh, that's a whole nother ball game. You want me to express my feelings and my emotions to you when you may throw that back in my face? I sure in the hell would not.
But see, that's the difference. Like when you say you want a woman to say what she wants or what she needs, right?
Okay.
Men don't express themselves emotionally.
Once again, if I express myself emotionally to you, how is that going to be thrown back in my face? Because we grew up in a society, what do they say for men? I don't care what race he is, be strong. You got this. Get up, boys don't cry. All that. He heard all that, right? So the first time, and there's a lot of men who experience this, first time he breaks down, he have a moment, he falls apart. And then woman getting her feelings, immature woman, not a mature woman. Mature woman will not do this. But an immature woman would say, yeah, just like your ass was crying on the bed last week, talking about you miss your mom and miss your daddy. Now okay, she got a dislocated jaw at Valley Hospital because she spoke. I ain't against abuse. I'm just making a joke.
Wait, you said you not against abuse?
I'm not for abuse. I meant to say I'm not for abuse. No, I'm making a joke. It's a joke. It's a joke. It's a joke. But seriously though, Now there's an anger in this equation.
Okay.
Now we become separated where you want me to be blunt and you want me to be straightforward with you, but now you just messed that up.
Gotcha.
Because it's already hard for me to be this thing that most men don't know how to be, vulnerable.
Mm.
So I'm going to be vulnerable with you, but it's questionable if your sister going to find out. It's questionable if your cousin's messy self going to find out. It's questionable if the church going to find out.
Okay.
So now the community knows what I'm going through, what I'm feeling. I'd rather suppress it.
So that's when there hasn't been an environment created where the man feels comfortable opening up emotionally, correct? Would you
Very
agree?
true. So like it's just like a ball. Have you ever been swimming?
Yeah.
When you land on top of the ball, you push it down in the water, and then eventually it pops up.
Okay.
That's a man's emotions.
I understand. But how does one get past that? Because say, for instance, if I meet a man and
Okay.
that's how he is emotionally, he's shut down. He doesn't share his emotions or whatever. And I'm trying to dig and trying to get to know this individual, like
Okay.
what he's thinking, but he's a brick wall. How does one overcome that if that door isn't never open?
Most women don't listen though.
Mm.
Because you didn't hear the key pointers of what you want to hear, you didn't even hear it. Okay, I come to you, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I say, hey Tosh, this helps me, this hurts me. This makes me better. This allows me to thrive.
Mm-hmm.
This right here. And then you come up and be like, you ain't thriving yet. So I just told you, right? I just told you this helps me thrive. This helps me move. But most women didn't hear that because it wasn't the junction of conversation that they want to hear for that moment. And so here's one of the things that always bothers me. And then go to perspective. You got to break this down to me. Why do so many women use the system against men?
What do you mean by use the system?
All right, a lot of men get put on child support. A lot of men back and forth to court. Not for domestic violence, but for instance, you got a lot of men that take care of their children, right?
Right.
A lot of men that are good men out there that really do well by their kids, and then he go through hell with this ignorant fool.
Mm.
Give me the perspective on that one. What the hell is going on with this?
Okay, I don't know. I'm gonna be because I never went that route.
No. But you're a woman. You're a woman. You're a woman.
But from what I've seen, a lot of times when a woman is bitter,
okay,
or what you call your baby moms is bitter, is because there wasn't a clear boundary.
You say it wasn't a clear boundary?
A clear boundary. I know of a lot of men who still sleep with the mother of their children, right?
Okay.
And so then when he tried to move on and get on with his life, she's like, wait a minute, what about us? So because when he left the relationship, he was still jumping back, dipping.
But what about the ones that's not? Let's go to that route. Because I have my oldest daughter's 14.
Mm-hmm.
Oldest daughter is 14.
Mm-hmm.
Drama. Her mama. I ain't slept with her mama since before.
Okay.
Drama. And come on, break that one down to me. So you gave a perspective of a man going backwards, right?
But let me ask you this, right?
Okay.
When you guys decided to part ways, did you keep it basically about your daughter, or were you trying to establish a friendship?
I was just we kept it amongst my daughter, but I was trying to keep it where we work together. It's about
because
what does she need?
Some people aren't emotionally or mentally stable enough where they can keep it about the kids, right? So if it's one of these things where you have a friendship or you're trying to establish a friendship because you think it'll make it better for your daughter or whatever, and you're having conversations and you know what I'm saying, you're entertaining everything that has nothing to do with your daughter, then the lines are blurred to that individual.
Serious?
Yes. Not saying.
So wait, by me helping her move or helping their family out, and I'm not messing with her, I'm not interested. No
the
gestures.
Lines were blurred.
Are you serious?
Because you didn't keep it strictly about your daughter. You see what I'm saying? A lot of men and women both do this. When you're dealing with someone who still has hope that it's going to be something more than what it actually was, and you're doing all this extra stuff, and it's nothing that has to do with just a child, in their mind, it's still a opportunity for their.
That's stupid, though. That's very stupid because of the fact
common sense isn't so common.
Very true. You got, for instance, I've been through the court systems a whole lot, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I've watched a lot of men get handed to them on some BS. I don't care what race they were. I've seen men get screwed. That's why, like, now, and because it's so much, between man and woman issues, I thank God for Kevin Samuels because of the fact that he's putting out there the bullshit that's been going on. And a lot of men have not had a voice when it comes to situations like that, where it's about the child, the man trying to be there for the child, and the woman on some bullshit. Or the kids don't even have the relationship with the father because of the mama. Or these women walk around, and not all women are the same, let's be clear, but a lot of these women walk around with the BS like they shit don't stink.
The unfortunate part of it is you didn't take the time to get to really know the individual before the baby came up.
So what you're saying is I didn't see if she was taking meds.
You're right. Because it's like you would have seen the red flags, but you was in a rush to get to one piece that you didn't see the bigger picture. I'm not blaming you, but I'm saying had you did the work and put in the time, you would have seen, she's not stable.
But let's be clear though. Let's be clear. At the end of the day, no lines are crossed, but you have men that are actually trying to be there for their kids and trying to keep it civil.
And some women are with the bullshit. I do agree. So some women are, some women are.
That's the key.
Because I know a lot of good men who want to be there, and the mothers of their children makes damn near impossible.
now the kid's on the ass end of the stick. So the kid is on the ass end of the stick, growing up not knowing. So in this perspective, for me, I call it bullshit.
That's what it is.
That's exactly what I call it, straight bullshit. And for every man out there that has been through the bullshit where he's trying to be there for his kids and the woman spends so much time bashing him, then come back and be the victim. You know how people make you bleed, then come back and be the victim to say they bleeding? Yeah. They'll inflict you on purpose to do whatever possible to make you break and fall apart. What I've seen in from my line of work, I love children. In my line of work, I've seen so many broken kids over the years. I've seen so many kids detached from reality because of the mother. I've watched mothers sell their kids because the kids will come back and say, you know what, Mr. Funches, my mom boyfriend slept with me. My mom knows about it.
As like, especially now since I'm back out, and I run into a lot of men who have issues with the mother of their children or whatever. And it makes me think like, dude, like, where's your accountability in this equation?
You talking about the man?
Yeah, because hear me out.
Okay,
because
go for it.
It's like you have these individuals who's catching hell. And like you said, a lot of fathers want to be there, right?
Okay.
But when you really get to the core of it, you find out a lot of these men weren't in relations with these women.
True.
They were just sleeping around. So it's like if you know that you don't want a child or you're just out having fun playing the field, why not protect yourself?
Okay, got it. So we understand that, but it goes both ways.
Exactly. But what I'm saying is you brought up the issues with the women using the court. And I'm saying, and you said that in your line of work, you deal with a lot of broken children because of this. You having that knowledge and knowing what happens to these kids, why didn't you protect yourself?
Oh, you talking about me, myself?
Yeah, I'm getting your
you get my perspective on it because I was a broken man. That was my issue. So me as a broken man, not knowing what I know now, that's the thing. You got some people who bloom early and some people who bloom late.
Gotcha.
So I blossom late.
Okay.
Even though I had all this knowledge, even though I'm gifted at whatever I do, I didn't know how to do certain things. So maturing to where I'm at now, I think totally different.
Okay.
I think totally different. And what would I do now compared to what I did then? I probably wouldn't even step foot anywhere. But let's be real. You both had a child together. Now we've accepted. We both, whatever, if you want to call a mistake, we got it.
Okay.
So is it about the kid now? Or is it about your bullshit?
Got you.
And all I'm saying is we miss out on the kids across the board. And that's the part that bothers me the most. So now when the kids are becoming products of the system, what accountability do we give to the mom? Because the father if he fighting the system, the father got to fight the system. He got to fight the mother. And now he going to low key have to fight the kids just for him to be there. So when you look at our history of how men were taken out of the homes, we got a problem.
Okay.
But that's a whole
So
other
what do
story.
you want women to know?
What do I?
Yeah.
For me, what would I want women to know is that don't walk around here talking about my kids need a father when they got a father that want to be there. Don't walk around here and bash your kid's father. It's one thing if you got a father who's on drugs, right? He's on drugs and he ain't trying to be there. That's one thing. Did you know that you got yourself into that? Yes, you did. You knew that he wanted to be in the streets. You knew that, right? So now we take accountability in that aspect. But what I would want women to know is, here's the reality. Your kids will be better off. I'm not saying to put them, because you got some parents who are abusive to kids, put kids in abusive situations, neglect. I'm not saying that. I'm saying if you know that your children have a healthy another parent over there that's trying to be there, do not deprive those kids because the man didn't want your ass.
Especially if he's not able to step up financially. I run into that a lot where women
may fall on hard times.
Yeah, but if he's willing to be there, let him be there. I agree
exactly. But if he fell on hard times and he'll take care of those kids, he got their back. If you called him right now, he'll say, you know what, I ain't got all of it, but I'll go get a couple shirts and drop them off. Don't bash that man. Because you already got a cycle that's already on, and now you wonder why he shut down. He shut down because he's trying to tell you how he feels, and you're trying to tell him to man up. I don't have a fucking platform to stand on. I don't have no type of foundation backing me. And that's one of the biggest issues with so many men, is because they don't have that supportive foundation to back them. So go back to what we said earlier. When you're in a thriving mode or building, growing, you say you want a man that's already established. Why not help him get established? Why not build him so that you both become established together?
You're asking me that? Why wouldn't
I'm asking you a question. It's just a question to you.
Okay, because I did that before. I did.
Before and now.
But what I'm saying, you have to understand, like, if every relationship, it was me being the breadwinner, me helping build an individual, right? Me investing years into this individual to build them up, and then something going left and it's not working out for whatever reason, and we part, it's like, those are years I can't get back. So I invested so much energy into helping build an individual that I could have been putting into myself. You understand what I'm saying? So now I'm getting to the point where I just want to focus on me, and I don't want to have to give that energy to someone else anymore, because I did that for years. So now I need these years for me.
So you're broken.
Of course.
So
we said this before. That's the reason for it.
It's being clear. So you being a woman who's broken, check this out now. So you're so broken that you don't have nothing else to give nobody else.
I'm so broken where I'm in self-preservation mode right now. I can't give you something I don't have for myself. So I have to make sure that I'm whole before I can lend out or give anything. Okay. And so if I'm working on me, you know what I'm saying? This is my phase, my journey where I'm at now. I'm doing the work on me.
Okay.
I don't have it to give.
That's a good point. Let me ask you this question really quick. How many of those men, out of all the men that you helped build, how many of them
wait, all the men. Don't.
Hey, you say I'm always building relationships. I'm always helping. So out of all the men that you helped build, how many of them are successful now?
2.
2? And to what degree, when you say success, just didn't fall backwards, or are they thriving? Great, they're doing great things. What's your definition of success?
Mentally, they're happy. Finances are straight. They're not struggling. They're in a better place than they were when I encountered them, when we were together. So
you went from the bottom up. Damn.
Yeah. So
you jumped in the middle of the tar and swam down there and
no, because people, when you say I help the individual, a lot of people focus so much on finances that when you're helping to build someone, you have to start with the mental has to be straight. So if you're dealing with a person who has mommy issues, or who has family issues, who's been traumatized as a child, and you get them straight, you get their mental straight, you direct them to therapy, you're helping them, you're supporting them, then you help them go back and finish their degree and establish themselves in their careers. It's a whole package. So when I say I help build individuals, I'm not lying. I help build individuals.
So now you're saying the internal work. You're spending more
finances, time. Yeah. So it's like the whole package. So
how much of that weight of these men were thrown on you?
All of it.
That's a lot.
All of it. So that's why I say I don't have it to give anymore.
That's deep.
You see what I'm saying? And so it's like when it's not always finances. It's so much more that goes into trying to build the person you planned on being with.
So
you
let
know
me
what I mean?
ask you this question, because that's your norm, right?
Mm-hmm.
Your norm is building the internal.
Projects.
What if the
That's my
person,
norm.
what if they don't need the internal project? They just need the external to thrive. You still don't have nothing to give.
I don't want to give anything. Let me clear
Got
that.
it.
I
Okay,
don't want to
got it,
give
got it.
anything because
There
it's
we go.
like now I'm so focused on me. And
Okay.
only because for so many years I put that energy into someone else
Okay.
that I didn't work on me. I didn't get myself together. Like
Okay.
I'm focused on your mental and my shit is cracked. You know what I mean?
Have you ever had somebody try to come back to invest that into you?
Yes.
All right. And how did that go?
Once the damage is done, it's done. Like, and
Wait. No, not one of these broken men. I'm talking about somebody else. Not one of these broken men.
not someone that I vested in
Hell
that's trying
no.
to return.
Shit.
Okay.
No. You might as well send yourself over to the psych ward.
Right. No.
No, see that.
Mm-mm.
So that would be very new for you.
Yes.
In so many words, it would be very new.
And honestly, I don't think I would even know how to accept the help.
See, there you go. And here goes back to, now this is the perspective of understanding the person. So that did more mental damage than everything else. And when the person is mentally broken, you might as well hang it up.
Yeah.
Because there are so many people, and I've known, here's one of the challenges, right?
Can we scale back? When
Yes,
you
ma'am.
said a person is so mentally damaged that you might as well hang it up, I don't agree with that.
Okay.
Because if they don't acknowledge or refuse to acknowledge,
okay, good point.
That's something different
I got
versus
you.
them saying, yeah, I'm fucked up in this area. I need to fix this. That's something you can work with that.
I can respect that. There's much respect to that.
You're not going to put it out there
apologize.
like
No. Well, this is my verbiage. My verbiage of saying when I say hang it up is because so many people have internally given up.
Right.
And there's a lot of people when they internally give up that they don't feel like they either have nothing else to give or I just shut down, period. And go back to what we said earlier about single parents. Being a single parent is not easy
at all.
It's not sexy either, for the record. I'll pass. For me, I'll pass. I'm cool. I don't want to be a single parent like that.
I found that raising two boys, it's a lot of shit I don't know. And
so they want to braid their nut hairs. What's going on?
It's just trying to, guide them into manhood. And I can only give them the woman's perspective of manhood.
Okay.
That's not actually manhood. What I deem as manhood isn't actually manhood. So me trying to guide them, to all the single, independent women who like to wear that label, I salute you. That's not me.
Okay.
You know what I mean? That's not me. So it's like, they're what? One just turned 15, another one's turning 17, right?
Okay.
Two boys. These dudes are giving me a run for my money.
So let me ask you this.
I have no clue.
This is a real question. Would you be receptive to another man coming in?
It's that's great. Let me explain why.
Let's ask that question.
Let me explain why. The man that helped me raise them is not their biological father, right? Their biological father was never in their lives. But he's the only father that they know.
But this is a man that you built.
Yes. So, hear me out. When I'm different. Like when I don't use the word step parent. That's how I was raised. You know what I'm saying? Because if you take on that role, you take it on fully.
True.
Right? So, when we split, I still held on to the role of mom to his kids because he has custody of his kids, right?
Got it.
But it was different on his end. Like when the relationship, I seen him separate himself from my boys.
Okay, gotcha.
So it's like, now I'm trying to compute that. You know what I mean?
Go back to my question I'm asking you, right?
I'm trying to get there. I would have to understand the mindset of the individual because kids aren't cars or aren't, pets. If you take on that role, that's a lifetime role, in my opinion. You know what I mean?
Which is true, but so there's a fear. There's a fear with you. So there's a fear.
Now they're coming into adulthood. So
they need a mentor. At this point, they don't need a daddy.
I'm not
be a
looking
mentor.
Sometimes you don't even have to have a title. Sometimes you could just have a presence. and they can see how you move.
But you just said when they come in there is to understand. So for me personally, right, how I would take on young men like that, especially of that age, I'm a mentor at this point. And if they were to deem me as a father figure or whatever, so be it. But I know as a mentor, I'm not coming in to tell them that you need to listen to me, right? Because that's being mature and respecting. If I'm coming in where a woman has a younger son or younger boys who are 7, 8 years old, it's still I'm mentoring them regardless how you look at it. Let's take the title out the equation of being a father.
Have you ever been a stepfather? Exactly.
No, wait. No, don't do me. Because here's the reality. Just like you say, you take the role serious, I take it serious as well. I just found women who have some badass kids. They kids want to fight you and shit. What up, punk? I had a chick who had some kids trying to punk my homeboy. I'm like, bro, beef up. You gonna let them kids punk you? Yeah, what up, punk? You gonna get him? Yo, I'm gonna get you when you leave. So for me personally, I know how to go about this. I've been, the lead role of being big brother since I was 5 years old. I've been the father of my own children and kids in the community. I love kids, so it's a natural thing for me.
Have you ever encountered where you are establishing a relationship with a woman and
she pulled the kids back?
No, the father of the children has an issue with your presence.
But that's out of respect. Let's be clear really quick. I believe that when a man goes into another man's setting in front of his children, I believe there should never be a problem for him to go and introduce himself.
Right.
To I will be around your children. I hate, this is what I hate. I hate when most men, this is kind of drifting a little bit, when most men take the side of a woman and team up against a man that he don't even know. That's a suck ass move.
The only reason I ask is
I have to throw that out there.
The only reason I ask because being what I call the bonus mom or the additional mom, I ran into a lot of issues with the biological mother of the children. You know what I mean? Where my presence was a threat.
So you're scarred still.
I mean,
you got to add all this up. Think about it.
It's not. So I'm cautious. You know what I mean? It's like when you are dealing with someone else's child, you can love the child, but the treatment is going to be different.
But what if the mom is receptive to you being there?
That's different.
That's
I'm
different
just
because
saying,
you're dealing with a mature woman. Listen to what I'm saying. You follow what I'm saying? You're dealing with a mature woman who's saying, I'm cool with you being around my kid. My kid loves you. I want you to be there. I'm cool. You establish a relationship with her, and that's what I was going at. Most men will take the side of a woman, and most women would do the same thing opposed to getting to know the other person. That's why you have a cohesive relationship with each other, where she knows you, you know him. We all raised this kid together.
I was speaking about the perspectives, like entering into something. That might be one of them. But that's
things. What I'm saying, because we're saying it from different perspectives.
Okay.
We are.
Okay.
We're saying it from different perspectives. You're saying, okay, from what you've experienced has not been the most healthy.
What I'm saying is it's one of them areas where when you're entering into a relationship, that's something you take account of. Like,
yes,
that's stuff you pay attention to before you decide if you want to go further with the relationship. Like, okay, this person has a child. Let's see how their relationship is, the two parents, how they co-parent. How would I play a factor? I don't think a lot of men even think about how the other woman would feel. You know what I mean? So say for instance, you're co-parenting.
Okay.
And you want to bring this individual into the child's life. And then she's sitting back and she's watching how you move. I don't think a lot of men pay attention to, wait a minute, like, how can this person come and even be beneficial to my child? Or, you know what I'm saying? Because you have to be very selective who you have around your children.
Very true.
You know what I mean? So it's like, I don't think a lot of men pay attention to that. Like, how does she care for her own children?
Ooh,
you know what I mean?
Ooh, that is like, so true. Oh my God.
Yeah, I don't. How is she with her own? Because that'll be a factor of how she will be with mine. Is this a person that I would want my children to even have as a role model in their life?
But that goes back to you as a person. You doing an interview process yourself. You interviewing the person to see if they're even a good candidate from day one.
Right.
So if you got a woman whose kid is playing karate on all the dressers and he broke all the dresser drawers, you're like, hell no, it's time to go. So but you as a person have to do the interview process first of all. We start there because most people will put on a role as if they like your kids, but they really want you.
Exactly.
But then
very true.
Very
true.
Let's fast forward to this part is I'm going to get in a relationship with you. Who is the child's mother or father? Because you got to make sure that this person is led into this relationship. Not this person becomes an enemy out the gate. Most people will make an enemy before they even make a friend.
From a woman's perspective.
Okay.
Usually when the man's, I hate using baby mama, but
but you're not a baby mama, though.
But the mother of his children, usually when there's a problem, and I'm telling you from experience, is because he's constantly either having conversations with her he shouldn't be having, still dealing with her in a way that, you know what I'm saying, he shouldn't be dealing with.
But if that's broken, let's take all that out the equation.
No, but what I'm saying is, this is from a different perspective, right?
Okay.
If you're doing this and then you expect your baby moms to be cool with another person coming into a picture, she's not going to be. It's going to be all kind of hell because the boundary wasn't set. You know what I'm saying?
No.
If you're still sleeping with your baby moms, right?
No.
No, I'm using you as an example.
Okay, got you.
You're still sleeping with your baby moms, right? It's not a relationship, but every so often you still go over there and hit. You might send her a flirty text or, you know what I'm saying? You're leaving that door open. And then you pop up with a new woman.
That's going to be a problem.
Exactly. And then you have some man who be like, I don't know why she tripping. You know.
All right, got it. So
you know.
what I'm bringing to the light really quick, because we're going to have to wrap it up in a moment, is if that's broken, right? If that part is broken, there's no sex, none of that is going on. How does it build from there? Are you receptive, you as a woman, being receptive to say, you know what, I'll go over here and meet the woman. I'll go introduce right? So it's nothing wrong with that. That's the point. That's all I'm saying.
For men,
it should be like that, because who is the main factor? The child.
Right.
But because the child is always in the middle, the child gets more broken because you have broken parents and broken situations that filter them into the mess. And so now when a man comes into the life of a woman with children, it should never be a problem with him going to introduce himself to another man. Now, if you got another man that's ignorant, he still want the woman and he want to fight, but at least he's seen it for himself. But he got to be the middle ground and say, you know what, I'm going to try to figure this out.
Gotcha.
Or if it's that much drama, then maybe it ain't for him. But it should be a receptive thing where we're all raising these children or this child together. And we all have a level of respect. That's what I'm saying. So the mature me is saying this. I've always been like that as far as introducing myself. But the mature me, I would have just ran away from a relationship. Like, she got kids, they probably got issues, I would have ran away. But now mature is like, I need to go introduce myself to that man.
Gotcha.
If he on drugs or whatever, I still want him to know who I am.
Right.
I want him to know I'm going to make sure his children are protected, make sure all is well. And if he want to holler at me, we can talk. That's being man about what I've stepped up to. But most women will bash the man and be like, oh, he a sorry motherfucker. He ain't shit. He ain't nothing. Why you bashing?
That's a red flag too.
It is a red flag, but most people overlook the red flags, and they don't look at the fact that my child needs a good person. And when you tell another person, their mom is there, their mom is in the picture, their dad is in the picture, their mom does her part, we work together. That changes the dynamic, opposed to, I ain't got no man, he ain't shit. So it's a whole nother story. But in our final words, really quick in our wrap up, what would you want to say though, in perspective? We didn't even get through half of the other stuff. So,
right. I mean, listen, I just want to say happy birthday to my baby Jameer. Enjoy your day. And
wait, it could be a lot of Jameers there. What's his last name?
Jameer Brown.
Because look, somebody be like, she talking to me.
Jameer Brown. My baby's 15 today. So.
He turned 15?
15. Yes.
Okay, I want to say happy birthday to all my kids. I ain't seen y'all in a minute.
Oh, wow.
I'm just playing. I'm just joking. Hey, anybody out there that got an actual perspective as far as where you are and what you got going on in life, I want to tell you, rethink where you are. Rethink what you have going on so that you can bring in a new life, new year, because we got to grow. It's time to grow and go. Hey, I love y'all. We appreciate you all for tuning in. We definitely going to see you all next week, and we're going to be moving forward. Once again, this is no feelings, just facts. I'm Clevonne. This is your own Tosha V. And to our own Mr. Ron, we love you, bro. Handle your business in the city.